Alright, well, as the year rolls out, I decided to recap the events that left a mark on all of us crypto users, investors, traders, developers, all round Kryptonians. Well, overall, 2022 proved to be a really tough year for crypto, possibly the worst bear market that we've experienced to date. Let's recap the events that shaped the year, and you can judge for yourself whether this was indeed the worst. I will compare it to the 2014 bear market, which up to this moment holds the title of the worst bear market in crypto history. Let's see how did we fare. Roll the intro. Alright guys, welcome to this last episode of the year of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the crypto markets. Let's start the recap. Well, Bitcoin started the year with a market valuation of around $42,400. It ends the year at just around 16,500, a drop of approximately 65%. Ethereum, on the other hand, started the year with a price tag around $3,700 and it wraps up the year just below $1,200, a drop of approximately 68%. What's interesting is that unlike previous bear markets, some altcoins like Tron, Litecoin, Doge, Ripple and BNB have outperformed the two giants of crypto and printed lesser drops in value. As you can see here, BNB is ending the year with negative 52%. XRP is ending the year with negative 59%. Dogecoin is negative 60, so kind of close to what Ethereum and Bitcoin did, but Tron is actually having quite a good performance. It's on negative 29%, and even Litecoin, with the recent pump that we saw in Litecoin, which is preceding its next halving, which is in about 6 months' time, Litecoin is on negative 55%. It is quite remarkable because Litecoin didn't actually do very much during the last bull cycle, but this is also why it is printing a smaller pullback. As I say, the higher the pop, the bigger the drop, and Litecoin didn't really pop very much over the last bull cycle, so it didn't really drop that much during this bear cycle. However, BNB token is one of the exceptions. BNB did tremendously well over the last bull cycle and it pumped really heavily and it managed to preserve its value quite well throughout this bear cycle. It's on negative 52% despite all the FUD surrounding Binance, which is currently ongoing. It's still everyone is really fearful and everyone is pulling their assets out of Binance, and yet BNB managed to preserve its value. It's fallen around 18% in the last month, which is not great, but it ends the year on negative 52%. It is better than Bitcoin, better than Ethereum. And in fact, it is the best performer here in the top 10 cryptos by market cap ranking. Now, let's go month by month for the year preview, starting of course with January. Well, riding the hopium of the bull run of the previous year, the president of El Salvador made a very bold prediction for Bitcoin to reach $100,000 in 2022. Also, OpenSea, the biggest NFT marketplace, raised $300 million in Series C funding, and later on, NFT sales will drop significantly, but at the start of the year, they are still a hot property. Shiba Inu becomes the most accumulated token by Ethereum Wealth. For reasons beyond anyone's guess, the developers teased a big new release for 2022, but that never happened. Bank of America claimed that Solana could become the Visa of the crypto ecosystem, rivaling Ethereum. Later in the year, Solana will drop out of the top 10 ranking and prove to be nothing more than just hype. A 22-year-old Indonesian boy made $1 million selling NFTs of his selfies on OpenSea. And the very popular internet browser Mozilla stopped accepting crypto, so the bear market chills begin. In February, Cardano outperforms other major competitors in volume. It sees 11% increase in block size. Kraken positions it ahead of Ethereum. Retail investors are still bullish, buying every dip. This will soon come back to bite them as crypto winter gets worse. North Korea continues to steal crypto through various hacks in order to subsidize its nuclear weapon program. BlockFi settles with the SEC for $100 million over its high-yield lending product. This marks the beginning of the end for the crypto lender. Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin in the run-up to its major upgrade. Everyone gets excited about the flippening, which, just like every other time before, fails to materialize. The Super Bowl features uber expensive ads by top crypto companies Coinbase, FTX Exchange, and Crypto.com. Mainstream media draws parallels to Pets.com and other .com epic fails. Royal Bank of India talks about banning crypto in an attempt to curb interest and push forward its own digital rupee. Russia begins advances toward Ukraine, starts a full-blown invasion. The crypto market responds with a significant drop. In March, crypto is being used for donations to Ukraine and also by Russia to bypass sanctions. eBay is rumored to add crypto payments by the 10th of March. It didn't happen. MetaMask is reported to be blocking IPs in Iran and Russia in compliance with US sanctions. Users are outraged. EU considers banning Bitcoin mining. This doesn't get the vote, but they implement KYC on all exchanges, including on money coming in from cold wallets. Bored Apes Yacht Club launches ApeCoin. Canadian government stops protesters from cashing out their crypto. Thailand bans crypto payments, and the Bank of England starts warming up citizens for its CBDC and outlines framework for regulating crypto. Also in March, the Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen angers the crypto community with a proposal to change the Bitcoin code to proof of stake. He joins the Greenpeace campaign called Change the Code, Not the Environment. Ronin, the blockchain network that runs the popular non-fungible token crypto game Axie Infinity, is hacked for $625 million, the first of a series of big crypto crashes of the year. In April, Elon Musk very publicly announced that he wants to buy Twitter after acquiring a large stake but is rejected as a board member. He later backtracks from this deal but is forced into it by the courts. As a result, Dogecoin makes another minor pump but is very short-lived. Binance commits $500 million to Elon's Twitter bid. On May the 7th, over $2 billion worth of Terra UST tokens is unstaked and hundreds of millions of dollars are quickly liquidated. UST was an algorithmic stablecoin backed by Terra's token Luna, and as it loses its peg to the dollar, causes a collapse of Luna which drops by 98% in a day, and investors lose big. For a moment it seems that this will be the worst crypto crash of the year. Sadly, it's only the first and there's a lot more to come. Warren Buffett makes another dig at Bitcoin, saying that he wouldn't pay even $25 for all the Bitcoin in the world. Cardano adds over 2,000 new wallets daily in just 1 month, despite market volatility. Its network activity becomes second to Bitcoin. Central African Republic adopts Bitcoin as a legal tender, and the merge, Ethereum's biggest upgrade, is scheduled for August. Impatient investors are asking, has Bitcoin found the bottom yet? Well, they will later find out that the bear market takes well over a year to develop. In June, New York State passes a Bitcoin mining moratorium on the back of the heated media fad about excessive energy consumption. Bitcoin analysts point out that the network uses less than 1% of the world's energy. Solana suffers another network outage. It proves to be unreliable and very much centralized. The market sees a short-term relief rally. Bitcoin breaks above 31,000 resistance level, fueling a wave of hopium for the end of the bear market. Unfortunately, this remains only a short-term rally. PayPal enables crypto withdrawals to external addresses in the US for the first time. Cardano appears as the most held crypto in a bear market. Bitcoin crashes again, hits an 18-month low amidst high inflation and the biggest interest rates hike by the Federal Reserve in 28 years. At the same time, Litecoin adds a privacy feature, gets delisted from exchanges in South Korea. Crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital suffers from the Terra Luna collapse and lines up for liquidation. It becomes the second big crypto collapse of this bear market. Soon after, Celsius, one of the biggest CeFi lending services, finds itself in a liquidity crisis, fails to resolve the issue and becomes the next in line to file for bankruptcy. In July, crypto investors continue being hammered. On July the 6th, prominent cryptocurrency investment firm Voyager Digital files for bankruptcy after the Three Arrow Capital defaulted on a $650 million loan. It's a chain reaction going back to Terra Luna, but the worst is yet to come. Following Three Arrows Capital liquidation, BlockFi becomes insolvent, but it is bailed out by FTX. for a short while. Crypto winter temperatures drop to freezing levels. Experts start talking about $10,000 Bitcoin price tag. In August, developer of the open source coin mixer Tornado Cash is arrested in Holland upon charges of facilitating money laundering. EOS undergoes a rebranding and gives investors new hope of revival. Ethereum implements its biggest upgrade, the merge, becomes a deflationary token and moves to a proof-of-stake mining mechanism. Cardano implements the Vasil hard fork successfully, and Colombia announces its own CBDC. In September, Ethereum miners censored Tornado Cash transactions, raising concerns of centralization. To make things worse, it comes out that 42% of the proof-of-stake nodes are being controlled by just 2 addresses. In October, Bitcoin mining difficulty reaches an all-time high, profitability drops, and some miners capitulate. The UK FCA warns consumers about FTX exchange, but nobody listens. OpenSea daily volume hits a 15-month low, indicating that NFTs have lost their mass appeal. In November, by far the biggest collapse of the year, FTX exchange files for bankruptcy following a series of events involving Binance sell-off of FTT token reserves and a very public spat on Twitter. CZ reveals shady operations of FTX key operators behind the scenes, the fifth and the biggest crash of the year. This affects several other crypto companies that have been acquired by FTX, mainly BlockFi, which goes into liquidation too. With assets and liabilities ranging from $1 billion to $10 billion, BlockFi had over 100,000 creditors. In addition, they had a $275 million debt to FTX. According to reports, the largest client on their balance sheet had a balance of $28 million. Imagine keeping such a huge amount with a third-party custodian. Not your keys, not your crypto, guys. Remember that. Now, before I continue, a quick reminder that you still have a few days left to secure a SecuX hardware wallet with a 20% discount. The link is in the description below. This is one of the devices that I'm personally using. I have reviewed it, I interviewed their developers, and I've done a step-by-step tutorial on SecuX. This is one of the top hardware wallet devices, 20% off, especially with my code in the description below. Now let's continue. In December, the saga of the FTX is still a hot topic. This creates a mass exodus from exchanges, customers fear for their funds, and every big exchange from Coinbase and Crypto.com to KuCoin and Binance are all rumored to be next in line to crash down. Proof of reserves, POR, becomes a popular new concept, but the regulators are not satisfied. The door is wide open for new regulatory bills to come into effect very soon. Investors are left with cold feet. Appetite for crypto is at its lowest. Fear is still ruling the market sentiment. The year ends on a low note. In comparison, 2014 bear market, which is considered to be the worst to date, had one really bad month. February, when it was all doom and gloom. It all came crashing down in just 1 month that seemed like crypto will be obliterated. First, Apple bans all crypto-related apps on its platform, then Silk Road 2.0 gets hacked and more than 4,000 Bitcoin is stolen. And to finish it off, Mt. Gox, the exchange where almost all of crypto trading was being conducted, falls apart with more than 750,000 Bitcoin going missing. At the time, this amounts to about $400 million. I know, today this is a much bigger amount, but at the time, that's less than $1 billion. While this year, we lost well over $4 billion from Three Arrows, Voyager Digital, Terra Luna, Celsius and FTX and BlockFi combined. The losses are much greater and the users who suffered are also greater in numbers. So, from where I'm standing, I could safely conclude that this year presented far more challenges and capitulation than 2014. And if you are still standing, if you survived the crypto massacre this year, you are deservingly a crypto OG in my opinion. You just survived the worst. You are now more experienced, more knowledgeable, and better equipped for what is coming next. At least I can say that the worst is behind us. Well, yes, we can still see some more bumps on the road ahead. Perhaps regulation will kick in from next year and we might see more restrictions for crypto usage. Perhaps even another exchange will come crashing down or hackers might target some of the bigger platforms. But if you've learned your lesson from this year, you will not be keeping your coins on exchanges for longer than a couple of days, or you will be using self-custodial wallets. Avoid the lenders and third-party miners or traders and all those done-for-you schemes, and you will rely on your own skills, whether it be for trading or simply investing. You will be able to re-enter the market on the low end. We are still bottoming out and there's plenty of time. 2023 will give us more buying opportunities and you will be able to reap the rewards during the next bull run, which I expect to begin towards the end of 2023, beginning of 2024. I will, of course, be with you along the way. I will keep posting valuable crypto content from market analysis and price updates to the latest news and charts that you need to pay attention to. So here we are, my friends. We finish off this year with a few bruises, some more than others, but if you've been following this channel for a while, you know I've been saying this all along. Don't hold altcoins in a bear market. They get slammed hard. Most are already at 90, 95, 99% negative. If you're holding any crypto at all during a bear market, I hope it is Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum, but anything else is a huge gamble and I hope it pays off for you. I exited at the start of the year and I have been doing only short-term trades all year round. I hope that my price predictions have helped you and will continue to help you throughout the next year to be a better, more successful trader. This wraps up the last episode of the year. Thank you guys for staying until the end of this episode. Make sure that you share it with someone else who would benefit from watching it. Show your support by leaving a like and also a comment below. And of course, check out the links in the description below where I drop the links to all of the crypto services that I'm personally using and that I recommend to you. And while you're here, just pick another one of my videos and I'll see you in the next year. Happy New Year, everyone.